This concludes the formal closing of the procurement process, ensuring all contractual obligations have been met and finalized. Simultaneously, we are closing the entire project, confirming that all communications are complete and stakeholders are informed of the final outcome. This marks the official and definitive end of the project lifecycle. Project closure is the discipline finale where every thread is tied, every deliverable validated, and every lesson etched into the organization's memory. It begins with formal acceptance, securing stakeholder sign-off on final outputs, ensuring they meet agreed criteria, even for incomplete projects. Contracts are dissolved, procurements finalized, and resources released, transforming loose ends into institutional wisdom through lessons learned and archived records. This phase refuses half measures, demanding rigor to honor commitments and distill insights that sharpen future endeavors. A project's end is its legacy. The final report crystallizes triumphs and pitfalls, while presentations to leadership turn raw data into strategic narratives. Unfinished projects aren't failures here, they're masterclasses in resilience, dissected for gaps in planning, execution, or risk foresight. By closing with intention, teams convert effort into evolution, ensuring every outcome, completed or not, fuels smarter, bolder ventures ahead. Referring to PMBOK V6 Figure 6.2, closing a project or phase demands meticulous rigor, securing formal acceptance of deliverables, dissolving contracts, and archiving every lesson. Inputs like the project charter and accepted deliverables anchor this finality, ensuring outcomes align with initial promises. Agreements and procurement records are scrutinized, confirming obligations are met, while organizational assets absorb insights to refine future strategies. The transition of the final product isn't a handoff, it's a ceremonial transfer of trust, cementing stakeholder confidence and project legacy. The closure's heartbeat lies in its outputs, a final report distilling triumphs and pitfalls into actionable wisdom, and updates to organizational assets that turn raw experience into institutional gold. Even halted projects earn closure, dissected for gaps, celebrated for progress, and immortalized in archives. This phase refuses loose ends, transforming every document, every signature, into a stepping stone for smarter, bolder ventures ahead. Project closure is the art of disciplined finality, securing stakeholder sign-offs, shuttering contracts with precision, and archiving every deliverable into institutional memory. It begins with rigorous acceptance protocols, transforming approvals into ceremonial handoffs that cement trust. Final reports crystallize outcomes, blending raw data with strategic narratives, while records are indexed like blueprints for future triumphs. This phase refuses loose ends, turning chaos into a legacy of order. Then comes the pivot to progress. Lessons learned are weaponized into knowledge, resources are liberated for new battles, and the product's baton is passed seamlessly. Teams disband, not as fragments but as alumni of shared mission, clearing the stage for what's next. Closure isn't an end, it's the spark for smarter, fiercer beginnings. Sustainability isn't an afterthought. Track energy efficiency gains, waste reduction, or carbon footprint impacts. This data isn't just archived, it's weaponized, structured into dashboards or case studies that future teams can dissect for patterns, pitfalls, and breakthroughs. Lessons learned are distilled into bite-sized wisdom. Automated testing slashed defect density by 30% or cross-training boosted domain agility during resource crunches. Archive these alongside project artifacts, charters, risk logs, stakeholder feedback, creating a searchable knowledge vault. The final handoff isn't just deliverables, it's a legacy of what worked, what faltered, and how to leap further next time. Close with intent, and every project becomes a catalyst for evolution. Lessons learned are the unsung heroes of project management, transformative insights forged in the trenches of success and failure. Every bottleneck navigated, every innovation sparked, and every misstep corrected becomes a blueprint for future teams. Documenting these isn't bureaucratic box-ticking, it's a strategic arsenal. By cataloging what ignited productivity, for example agile stand-ups, and what derailed timelines like unclear scope approvals, organizations sidestep costly déjà vu. This knowledge bridges projects like a shared nervous system, ensuring breakthroughs propagate and pitfalls evaporate. Investing in lessons learned isn't altruism, it's ROI. A well-curated repository slashes hours wasted on reinvention, replacing guesswork with battle-tested playbooks. Imagine a new PM accessing a risk radar from past projects or a dev team leveraging code snippets that aced scalability tests. These gems turn hindsight into foresight, accelerating outcomes and sharpening competitive edges. The choice is stark: archive wisdom or bleed resources. Choose wisely and watch every project elevate the next. Lessons learned are the DNA of organizational evolution, capturing hard-won insights from scheduling snafus, conflict resolutions, vendor gambles, and customer pivots. They dissect strategic wins, such as agile sprints that accelerated timelines. Tactical missteps like communication gaps that derailed alignment. Lessons learned are the DNA of organizational evolution, capturing hard-won insights from scheduling snafus, conflict resolutions, vendor gambles, and customer pivots. They dissect strategic wins, such as agile sprints that accelerated timelines, tactical missteps like communication gaps that derailed alignment, and transforming raw experience into actionable playbooks. The Lessons Learned Register acts as a project's memoir, cataloging every breakthrough and blunder in real time. This living document feeds into a repository, a vault of collective intelligence where past battles inform future strategy. By mining this repository, teams bypass reinvention, deploying proven fixes for scheduling conflicts or preempting vendor pitfalls. The result? Faster decisions, leaner budgets, and a culture where every project elevates the next. Invest in this cycle, and watch hindsight become your sharpest competitive edge. Transforming raw experience into actionable playbooks. Whether it's a vendor contract clause that saved millions or a client feedback loop that redefined priorities, these lessons dismantle silos and arm teams with foresight, ensuring no challenge is faced blindly twice. The Lessons Learned Register acts as a project's memoir, cataloging every breakthrough and blunder in real time. This living document feeds into a repository, a vault of collective intelligence where past battles inform future strategy. By mining this repository, teams bypass reinvention, deploying proven fixes for scheduling conflicts or preempting vendor pitfalls. The result? Faster decisions, leaner budgets, and a culture where every project elevates the next. Invest in this cycle, and watch hindsight become your sharpest competitive edge. Knowledge transfer thrives on dynamic interaction, turning individual expertise into collective power. Techniques like networking forge informal bridges between minds, sparking cross-pollination of ideas. Special interest groups dive deep into niche domains, curating focused dialogues that unravel complex challenges. Structured meetings and seminars, whether in person or virtual, create platforms for curated knowledge exchange, while interactive training sessions transform passive listeners into active contributors, embedding skills through hands-on practice. For nuanced expertise, work shadowing immerses learners in real-world workflows, observing seasoned pros in action. Reverse shadowing flips the script. Experts observe learners, offering tailored feedback to refine techniques. Together, these methods dismantle silos, accelerate problem-solving, and seed innovation. The result? A culture where knowledge flows freely, turning individual brilliance into organizational muscle, ready to tackle tomorrow's challenges with yesterday's hard-won wisdom. Projects thrive on precision and urgency, proactively hunting risks, squashing issues with surgical strikes, and pivoting swiftly to safeguard business value. Every decision is a calculated bet, blending data-driven insights with gut instinct to keep timelines razor-sharp and outcomes unshakable. Change isn't a disruption, it's fuel, governed by ironclad processes that turn volatility into momentum. Collaboration is the secret sauce. Knowledge flows seamlessly through shadowing and crisp documentation. Stakeholders stay hooked via laser-focused updates, and artifacts crystallize progress into tangible wins. Communication isn't just clear, it's catalytic, bridging gaps and sparking alignment. Here, execution isn't a checklist, it's a symphony of grit, agility, and relentless focus on what moves the needle. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence and your dedication to mastering the profession. We wish you resounding success on your path to certification.